Okay, well my camera's doing something weird, so I hope we record and I hope we stay recording. I thought today we would do a different kind of video. We're going to talk while I dye my hair, and hopefully my editing software will decide to let all my audio play while I'm talking. I'm not doing too much, nothing fancy. I'm not gonna redo my roots at all. I'm literally just going to take well, this dye is mainly gone. I'm really just gonna take this pink dye and just put it on my hair, and honestly I don't care what the results are because in a couple days it's gonna wash out to this anyways. So if you guys are looking for a long-lasting color, I would not suggest Color Jams. Maybe that's why it's $6 versus $11 at Sally's Beauty, but it is what it is. I'm going to put on gloves, so I thought that we would chit chat. We're really y'all just gonna listen to me vent while I dye my hair. It's probably gonna be a long video, but it is what it is, and I'm extra hyped right now. So to tell you guys how my day was gonna be today, I woke up, I went to the gym. I planned on after gym going to my second job that I have, my part-time job, and then after that I signed up for a kickboxing class that starts today at 5, and it's currently like 1:45, 2-ish, I'm not sure. So I'm supposed to work at the gas station from 1 to 4 because I was just there to do training. I think I'm just gonna use the rest of this first and then use this dark color. So, oh, you know what? I have this mixture still. So we'll use, this is the mixture I used. You guys haven't seen the video yet. I'm probably gonna put that video in before this video because it was me actually dyeing this color. So if you want to see how I got the roots, it was a watermelon-y color. If you guys want to see how I got that originally, I will link the video down below. I'll try to put that video up first. So I started at this gas station at a different location. Well, I trained at that gas station for 2 days, okay? It's 2 different locations, and they're like a couple blocks apart, but one is considered Warrenville and one is considered Aurora, which I live in Aurora, but ironically the Warrenville one is just easier and faster and closer to me to travel to. So I started working at this gas station, okay? And I'm aware that every place you work at is going to have a uniform policy. I'm aware. That's almost every place. Not at Amazon where I work. They really don't care about, well, they kind of do have a uniform. Everybody has a uniform policy, okay? Whether it's you actually wearing a company shirt and company pants, or whether it's kind of like a high school uniform. Like I know at Amazon we have a uniform policy, meaning you can't come in with like crop tops and sandals, but you can wear anything you want to as long as you're not coming in booty shorts and like a broad, you know what I mean? It's kind of like just being respectful in a way. So I'm aware that every place has a uniform policy. The problem that I have with a lot of places is that I tend to get really discriminated against for my hair color and my piercings. And when you work at a warehouse job like Amazon, they don't care about hair colors and piercings because apparently hair colors and piercings only apply to a rule of customer service. So I remember when I used to work at Meijer, they didn't want me to dye my hair. And I didn't have my hair dyed when I was working at Meijer, but I did one time wear a quick weave that was like black and blue, and I was told I had to take my quick weave off, quick weave out, which you can't just take something out of your head that you just glued in, so suck it up. And I know like when I was working at Chipotle, there wasn't a rule against piercings, but then we changed CEOs and all of a sudden there was a rule against piercings, which is one of the cons as to why I don't work there anymore. Because you guys see my piercings, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 face piercings, and each piercing ranges between $35 to $60. I've never paid $35 personally, but I've heard of people who have. I normally pay around the range of $40. My septum, I think was $50 or $60. I think it was $60 for my septum. I also have my nipples pierced. TMI, whatever, and those I got done for free, but they did want to charge me $60 per nipple, but I ended up getting done for free. So, which that's another story. So anyways, so I started working at this gas station, and yeah, you're supposed to wear like black pants or jeans or tan pants too, and you know, you're supposed to wear the Speedway shirt, which by the way is just a regular gray polo. I'm just looking over here because that's my mirror. My mirror's over there. It's just like a gray polo. And there was a rule against piercings, but at the location I started at, nobody really enforced it. I just took out my lip ring because my lip ring I've had done for almost 10 years. So I can take it out for a couple days or a couple hours and it won't close up. And I can take out my tongue ring also because I've had that done since I was about 18, my tongue ring. But when it comes to my nose ring, even though I've had my nose ring done since I was 21, so 3 years, going on 4 years now. With this nose ring, you can take it out for like an hour and you'll have to re-pierce it, and it hurts. It makes your eyes water. It's a whole thing. And the septum, I've never really tried to take it out because that's my newest one. I've probably had it for almost a year now. It's my newest one. So I transferred location. Nobody really cared about my piercings at the location I got hired at. So I transferred locations to the one that's closer to me. Well, what happened was I stopped showing up to work because they're really unorganized at that location, and they were trashed, and they didn't really train me well. And then they just had me by myself, and I'm just like, how? I don't know how to do anything. What is going on? I don't like that. So I told them, you know, I kind of fake quit, and then I came back and texted with a lie. And the girl from the other location that I trained at for those 2 days said, you know what, I'll hire you back at my location. And mind you, when I'm working there, I'm working like 24 hours. My checks were like $175 after taxes. It was just enough for me to pay like a car insurance or a phone bill or gas or electric. Do you know what I mean? It was just a little bit extra. And I didn't even get paid them. I was getting paid more at Chipotle and Arby's and Wendy's than I was at this gas station. It was like $9.50 an hour. Okay, so I'm all out of that mixture. So now I'm just gonna like use this and use this other one, and whatever happens, happens. So I went in there yesterday. I put a stud in my nose ring, which, by the way, this is the stud. Okay, do you see that? That's a stud. I feel like that stud is way more obnoxious than my hoop. That's just my opinion. When I'm looking at my face and other people looking at my face, you don't really notice I have a nose ring because it's like, it's not bright. It's not like I have some bright orange nose ring. Do you know what I mean? And it's a hoop. But yeah, I put in a huge stud. I just feel like that looks a little bit more obnoxious, but whatever. So yesterday everything's fine. I'm wearing like, I guess they're like stretchy pants, but they're still businessy because you're supposed to wear a belt, and it's ridiculous. That's the uniform policy for a gas station that doesn't give its employees any type of discount at all. I mean, you can't even get a free drink. So take that how you will. I thought it was trashy. So I get in there today, ready to work my petty 3-hour shift, and she's like, oh, she wants me to take out my septum. I had taken this out already because I know that's what she had said. And when I went in there yesterday, she wasn't working with a different manager who couldn't care less about about my uniform. So she's like, you know, make sure she's telling me I'm wearing the wrong pants. She's telling me I need to tuck my shirt in. She's telling me, I gotta take my septum out because the reason why, and she says they're strict. No, sweetheart, you're strict. Because the reason why is because my piercings can fall out and fall into somebody's food. Now, mind you, I'm working at a gas station, so the only thing we really have food-wise at a gas station is like hot dogs and these things called tornadoes, and like that's it, and Polishes. So my nose ring, which is connected, it's a hoop that's connected. My septum is a hoop that's connected. It's not gonna just roll around and fall out of my face. Might fall into somebody's hot dog that 30 people, 50 people get, because you only make 4 hot dogs every like 10 hours. And they're like, the way the counter to register ratio, it's like you're like 5 feet away from them. So my nose ring is just gonna hop out into somebody's food. I don't know how I feel about that. So she's telling me I got the wrong pants on, I gotta tuck my shirt in, I gotta take my piercings out next time I come in. And right now I'm just doing training. I'm just coming in, I'm in the computer in the back. So it really shouldn't matter what I'm looking like, honestly. Like, for instance, tomorrow I was supposed to go in there after work. So do you think I was going to get off work and change into my uniform to just sit at, I was literally just going in there to sit at a computer for like 1 or 2 hours and leave. You really think I'm going to do that? The answer to that question is no. So, I just walked out. I told her I left my name tag in my car and I just walked out because it's ridiculous. Like, I just feel like uniform policies are ridiculous. I've never in my whole entire life, and I've worked with customer service plenty of years, and I've been managers at fast food restaurants for plenty of years. I've never once in my life got a customer complaint, caught a customer complaint in general, but at all, or anybody else that works there based off of piercings or tattoos or hair colors. I've never once had somebody come up to me and say, you know what, your nose ring kind of makes me feel a little uncomfortable. You know what? Your pink hair kind of makes me feel like I shouldn't shop here. You know what? Your tattoos make me feel like I shouldn't come in here and shop. Nobody cares. It's 2019. Everybody has piercings. Everybody has tattoos. Newsflash, everybody doesn't want to wear the same black, brown, blonde, red hair colors. Okay? Some of us like to express ourselves in artistic ways and express that art on our bodies. You know what I mean? Some of us don't want to just do the same things that everybody else is doing. Some of us just want to express ourselves and express how we feel through color, and that color, and through, you know, piercings, and just be different from the norm. And I just feel like if one location doesn't care about it, why do you care about it so much? If one location isn't going to be strict about it, it's like, be consistent. Don't sit here. Do I have any? What is this? The pink? Don't sit here and like tell me one thing like, oh, they're so strict on it, when I know for a fact at the other location, and nobody cared. Nobody cared at the other location. This lady's been calling me because I walked out. I just told her, you know what? I left my name tag. I just walked out. So she's been like calling me back to back. I'm not answering, sweetheart. I am not answering. I just think that it deters a lot of people, and you wonder why you have call-offs and people quitting and this and the third. Look at your attitude. Look at your deliverance. Like, nobody really cares. It's not like the CEO of this gas station is going to walk in and be like, oh, that girl has her piercings in, everybody's fired. Like, that's not what's going to happen. So I quit that job because I go through jobs quick out here because it's so easy to get a job out here, and I'm at the age where I don't like to put up with a lot of BS. I don't want to put up with a bunch of nonsense. I shouldn't have to. All of this right here, if let's just say that everything cost $50, okay, that's $100. This is $200 on my face. Not to mention, when I'm at these places where you have to take out your, like for instance, when I used to work at Chipotle, the general manager and the regular managers really didn't care about my piercings. It was when the district manager comes, like the one who manages a bunch of Chipotles, not the one that just manages one. It was when he came in that I had to take my stuff out. And I cannot tell you how much money I have spent replacing piercings because you go to unscrew it and guess what? The ball slips out of your finger, or you try to put it back on and the ball falls and it's in this huge store. So now you don't know where your ball is, or how much pain I've had to go through because I got to take my nose ring out and then wait for this guy to leave, which sometimes he'll just stay there all day, and then have to re-pierce it when I leave. Like, I cannot tell you the amount of pain and the amount of money I have gone through because a company has a stupid rule. I understand when you're working with food, how you don't want anything to fall into food and how it might be a hygienic risk. So I can understand why Chipotle, the district manager, was like that. Even though it's not like I was in the front, even though it's not like my nose ring is going to fall into the food, I can sort of understand because you have different types of germs, different type of pathogens, different type of bacteria that happens when you puncture and put holes in your face. Like, I get it. I understand. That's why nobody's walking around making pizzas with 5 rings on their hands and like long nails. I get it. But if I'm working at a gas station where the food is self-serve, where we barely serve hot food, like literally only serve like 3 different types of hot food, I don't understand why that's a problem. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're allowed at a place to wear nails, you should be allowed at that same place to wear your piercings because it's the same thing. It's the same factor. The reasons for you not being able to have nails is because of germs that collect under your fingernails and dirt that collects under your fingernails. If I'm scratching my face, guess what? Now I have skin cells under my nails. And now if I'm rolling a pizza and I don't have gloves on, guess what? Now my skin cells are in that pizza dough. People are eating your skin cells. Like, I get it. I understand that. And that's why when at Chipotle, like, I never really, yeah, it's irritating, yeah, it's annoying because it wasn't a rule when I first got hired. I actually got this septum with a coworker and a manager there because there was no rules against piercings when I first started at the time. And it changed. So I was like, yeah, I'm sort of annoyed because if it was never a rule in the first place, like, why is it a rule now? Do you know what I mean? But it's just so disheartening, these places, like, which is why I prefer these warehouse places, but there's not really a part-time warehouse place out here because I just wanted a second job for just like odds and ends types of things. I can pay my bills with my first job, but it's just that I want like extra money so I can like do hauls for you guys and buy makeup and do the things that I like to do, you know. So I just walked out. And yeah, normally when you quit, you shouldn't do that. But if a place treats you and the way it was just her delivery. Like, I didn't like what her delivery was. Like, and it's just like, first of all, she's over here looking like, who was that girl from Rugrats? That blonde girl. Angelica. She's over here looking like Angelica from Rugrats. She's like at least 50, 60 years old. Got a little 90s beret in her hair. Whatever, like, I digress. Why is my battery, whatever, all of a sudden now my battery low. Anyways, so I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about that because discrimination against, like, even I know I was working at like Walmart, they say like you have to wear like long sleeves if you have like tattoos on your arms or whatever. You can't wear piercings at Walmart, which is just dumb because you're not working with food, you're just checking out people with food. And the hair colors was a thing. So anyways, I'm done dyeing my hair. That was my rant. If you guys like this kind of video, let me know. It doesn't have to be me dyeing my hair. It could be me doing makeup. It could be me doing other things to my hair. I don't know. But I just wanted to come rant to you guys. My battery's about to die. And tell you guys that this girl went from 2 jobs to 1. But I'll probably have 2 jobs again soon because I'm broke. And I let my pride get in the way with a lot of things. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. My hair looks pretty good, so I'm just gonna let this sit and rinse it out, and it's gonna look the exact same way it looked in another video. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you later. Bye.